Hello guys and gals, if it's everyone backwards here, and welcome to my 100% achievement / trophy guide for the Mooseman, a game published by the popularly loved, I'd say, company Sometimes You, for a low price of just £5.59. Now, as for the achievements and trophies, the majority are story related, so just going through the game is enough, and the rest are for collecting all artifacts, all 52 in the game, and you'll have certain achievements linked to doing them. But it's not as simple as just collecting them. Some you actually have to do an easy button combo minigame for it to appear, which of course I will show. And this game should only take you around an hour to about an hour and 10 minutes to complete. Now, a few quick other things. I won't be talking through the entire video, just the sort of important bits. I've cut out some of the cutscenes, and there are a few edits due to stupidity and rushing and getting killed. But it won't be like a big jump or cut loads out or anything like that, so no worries there. As for the game, it is easy enough. There is just one annoying part with a fish god. I will obviously explain that part when we get to it, but that being said, well, let's get to it. So straight away, if you just turn to the very left to begin with, then you will find your first artifact. Now, if you want to check your artifacts, make sure you're all going well, just click the left bumper and that will make the artifacts appear. Okay, once you get next to this tree, it's pretty obvious. You just press A to turn your mask on, put your mask on, and then A to pull it back off. You'll be doing quite a lot of that throughout the game anyway. Right, so now we're going to be coming up to our first sort of button mashing combo minigame, if you'd like. Now, you know that you've done it right when you hear a small chime and the collectible starts coming down from above. So, sort of somewhere in the middle between these bunch of guys, if you input right, 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 left, 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 then you should hear the chime and it'll start floating down from above. It might take you a few tries because the buttons, they seem a bit weird. You might have to do it a bit slower or a bit faster, but eventually you will get it. This bit, you'll be doing quite a lot of this throughout the game, having to get past certain sections by, again, pulling your mask on and pulling your mask off. Now you'll just start walking past this totem, I guess you'd call it. That is just a checkpoint. You see plenty of them throughout the game anyway, but as soon as you walk past one of them, you know you are safe. There's plenty of them about in the game as well. Quite lenient in the game, the checkpoints are. Now once you get to this fish, if you, about where the fish is jumping, just press A, jump down, and there's your collectible and an achievement as well. And since there's nothing else down here, just walk forward to get out of this place, and you'll end up just by the last checkpoint, just before the bridge. Okay, so this next bit is easy enough. Basically, as soon as you stop moving, you will automatically crouch, but you will take a second to crouch. So as soon as the cat is, or giant lizard cat thing, wakes, then you'll just stop moving and you will crouch. Soon as he closes his eyes and puts his head back down, just carry on walking. You could probably do it in one attempt, but just to be on the safe side, it's probably better just doing it this way. So you're not totally free yet. The next bit, all you have to do is just get past these sort of white and black woods, and you'll do that by taking your mask off and putting it back on. It should be easy enough just to get the timing right. Dive off the edge and you'll get a story related achievement, and if you just nip to the left you will also get another collectible. Now with certain rocks and logs in the game you can actually turn your mask on and they will move if you're standing to the right or the left. So with this one, if you stand all the way to the right, wait until the rock is sort of in line there with the log just above you, and then if you turn your mask off you can actually go through the rock and then you can continue. Okay, as soon as you drop off the ledge here, just put your mask back on, go to the left, and that will be yet another collectible. So I actually died on this part, again rush in very stupidly, but basically they are enemies, not everyone will attack you. So the way you pass it, if you take your mask off, so you're in the sort of normal, usual dimension, you can pass through them, but some actually try to attack you. And the way that you can tell the enemies, if you put your mask on, the enemies that will attack you will have glowing red eyes. So what you'll have to do is just wait for them to attack, and then you can just nip straight past them. So go to the other dimension and you'll find a collectible, and if you walk a bit forward a ton of enemies will come towards you, and then what you'll have to do is go back to that rock, go into the other dimension to solidify the rock and just wait for them to pass over, and then you can continue.
Это великий корешок муджир.
So a story-based achievement unlocks right here, and if you go straight to the left you will find another artifact. Now the next couple are sort of puzzle button mashing combo based, and this one can be quite difficult to achieve. Now basically what you'll have to do is go by this tree rock pillar thing, the one with the solution on, If you walk to the right without the mask, then put the mask on, then turn left keeping the mask on, and then take the mask off. But you have to do it, it's sort of a wiggle, so you'll have to do it quite quickly, and then the artifact will appear. Okay, put the mask on. This isn't a boss, just quickly press A to slap through the dialogue. Okay, so for this next bit, you'll have to do this only a few times throughout the game. So if you put your mask on, you will actually step over the first push pad there, take your mask off, hit the second one, go to the left of the first one, and then hit the third one, and that will open the way. And then the hieroglyphic, I think they're called, right at the top, that will light up. And then if you stand underneath it, go right, left, right, left, right, 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 and that will be yet another artifact. Okay, so now you'd normally just walk straight over this bridge, but actually this is another artifact sort of puzzle. So if you go right, left, right, left, right, left, right, that should make another artifact appear again. Do it a bit quicker or a bit slower. The game mechanics can be a bit tricky to sort of pick up that you're doing it right. But just keep at it and you'll eventually get it. So yet another artifact puzzle coming up. There's 3 crystals there. Basically, they will light up one at a time. So what you'll have to do is turn your mask off first, go to the lit up crystal, and then turn your mask on. Then the next one will light up, and then you turn your mask off, go to the next one, turn your mask on, and just keep going until the artifact appears after a sort of tune, little melody sort of thing. And you will also lock another achievement in relation to this puzzle. So once just coming to the end of the bridge, if you press A to put your mask on, and you will drop down to find another artifact. Okay, so coming up to another artifact, if you put your mask on, drag this rock with you just a little bit. And then what you'll do is just go onto the sort of, I don't know, what is that, a fox or some sort of dinosaur looking thing. Turn your mask off, go under, and you will find another artifact. Okay, so you've just hit the checkpoint here. Again, put your mask on, go to the left on the newly formed bridge, and you'll find another artifact on the left. Okay, so we're coming up to the end of the level. Now, what you'd normally think you'd do is just fall straight off the edge, but if you just wait there for about 3 to 5 seconds, another artifact will actually appear, so don't dive off the edge straight away.
Мунискад иен великой.
Okay, so as soon as you start this sort of level area looking thing, just go straight to the left for another artifact. Then with the rock that you just went over, press A to put your mask on and just drag him with you until it goes onto a pushpad. Now I feel this next bit is more when a girl says she's single on Facebook and the eyes represent every single guy now sliding into her DMs. Okay, there's two rock looking things, but they're actually crabs when you put your mask on. Now you think it'd be easier to drag the two along with you, but don't. Drag one, put him onto the right hand push plate, and then go get the other one and put him onto the left hand one. Okay, so once these sort of handprints light up, the solution is directly above you right there, the handprints on their own. So if you go left, right, right, left, right, left, right, that'll be another artifact dropping down. So if you grab the obvious looking artifact there, now with this puzzle, it seems pretty complicated first, but all you'll be doing is trying to align the sort of stone face to match the face that is directly above it. Again, it might take you a few tries, as it always will, but you'll soon know what you're doing. In fact, the biggest tip I've got for this is if you go to the middle one and align the eyes first, that matches the picture above, then you will be good to go.
но пыркеш мортлиш nufsas ja kolis, da volish yenlan mirvula.
So this next part of the game again is pretty easy. All you have to do is hold A to draw the bow and then let go of A to fire the bow. There'll be a couple of enemies along the way, but there will be a couple of well hidden artifacts as well. So if you go directly to the left, that is where you'll see your first artifact, and just be sure to, again, any enemies spotted, just go ahead and kill them. Okay, so into the next little section, if you just nip to the left, there's your another artifact. Okay, now I screwed up this next bit. There's a bird right on the rock just to the right there. Now I actually walked past it the first time, so I had to redo it. All you have to do is just kill the bird. I hope you're a lot better shot than I am, but that will produce another artifact.
Dыр добыча шероводчи щижим юн кунтис.
Right, there's loud music here, and there's basically well, there'll be a button prompt and a building right in the middle as the camera pans out here. But just before doing that, if you go all the way to the right, you will find another hidden artifact. And when you're on your way back, shoot the pillar, as you'll see me doing, which will reveal yet another artifact. If you do manage to screw these up, the chapter select in this game is very, very lenient. And you can basically just go from the beginning of this little section and do it again. So no worries if you do mess up some, you'll be able to chapter select most of the game anyway. And right about here, you will unlock another story-related achievement. Right, so now we are back to normal. You get a sort of new power. If you press the B button, that will bring up the light in your staff. Now what that is basically a shield that will protect you against certain enemies. Most of the enemies in the game, the sort of flying ones that you'll see right here. Of course, it's not invincibility. When you do get hit, you have to press B again to light up, like there. And the shield only stays on for a certain amount of time as well. So, again, you're not completely invulnerable to certain enemies. And you still could die like I did, trying to rush it out a few times. So hopefully by now you've got a bigger grasp about where to use the mask to get past certain objects and get over certain bridges, and sort of how to use the light to get past the enemies by now. But if you just go sort of past the beast or that pig thing, dinosaur looking thing, turn your mask off, go under, and you'll find another artifact. And this next section can be quite tricky. I did die quite a few times here, but just keep watching the video and just be a bit more careful than I was. So just be careful with these guys. Again, press B to light your staff up, just hit them, and then I messed up that part somehow. All you have to do is just collect the one artifact and then just go straight down to collect the other one. So these next three flying enemies did my tits in a little. I died quite a few times here. The best way to do it is to just draw them out one at a time. And just remember, as soon as you get hit, just press B to light your staff up straight away. There's no cooldown period time or anything. So the next artifact can be kind of tricky to get. So you go past the enemy here. And what you'll have to do is go all the way to the right. Go past the branch just a little bit and turn your mask on. Then go to the left, turn your mask on and keep pressing B to flash your light on and off. And that should drop you down into a hole as well. And if you stay in this area and keep going to the left, you will find a secret hiding space which will unlock yet another achievement. Don't fret if you can't do it. That bit will take you a couple of tries to do, as it took me as well. Right, so at the start of this chapter then, you will see some, what are basically just big spider legs. But all you'll have to do is turn your mask on, turn your light on, and of course, if you ever get hit, just remember to turn the light back on. And just to get and follow the video, and you'll easily be able to do this bit. Okay, but as you approach the second bridge here, remember of course to protect yourself and just drop straight down through the second bridge to find another artifact. So we are now coming to the first sort of boss. It's not too difficult at all. But if you get this next screen, if you go all the way to the left, beyond the screen, past the screen, you will actually find another artifact. And again, you'll be able to tell when you've got any artifact because it'll come up in the left-hand corner to press LB to view your artifacts, like so. Again, this one's easy. You've got to basically defeat the spider by activating the 3 switches easily. So if you just go to the very left side first, of course remember to press B to always protect yourself. Go all the way to the right. Now what you have to do there is actually take your mask off, which I kept forgetting to do. So always just remember, so if it doesn't work, turn your mask on, turn your mask off, and then yeah, that one is pretty easy. So if you do, you shouldn't get stuck, but again, if you do, it's either because you've got your mask on or your mask off, so just remember to turn them on or off if you're on a switch and it doesn't activate. Start the next area then, just remember to go all the way to the left to find another artifact. Okay, so there will be another obvious artifact as it is there, but now we are coming up to most people's, including mine, most pissed off part about the entire game. And you will see why in just a moment. But as soon as you get under the water here, go all the way to the left to find yet another artifact. Okay, once you collect that, basically, where I stop, there is going to be yet another button combination puzzle artifact thing. And this one is, if you start with your mask off and your light off, it will be right, A, B, left, left. And you have to do that as quickly as you can. Again, it might take a few tries, but just keep going and you will eventually get it. So now we are coming up to everyone's favourite part of the game. So you see those floating logs right there? If you have your mask on, they will all rotate all at the same time. So of course there will be a bit of timing involved with how you get past this son of an absolute biscuit. Of course, turning your mask off obviously makes them stop. Alright then, so you'll see, or you've already seen, the big sort of fish-like god swimming above you. Now basically he has a light, and if that light shines on you, you die. Now you think it doesn't seem that hard, but it's pretty cheap actually. Where you think that you can actually get through, you actually can't, and somehow he sees you through the absolute littlest of tiniest of gaps. So it can be a bit of a piss take, to be honest, now and again. But of course the best way to do this is, of course he's got a pattern just like most bosses, so it might be easier to sort of wait till he swims like I just did to the right there, and then he swims back to the left, so you can sort of walk off a bit quicker. But it's this next uphill part which had me going for a good 10 to 15 minutes. He always kept catching me at the same part, so if he does keep catching you for obviously whatever reason, just make sure, I mean, if that's the case, then obviously you've got your setup of the logs all wrong. Maybe you just didn't wait enough, or you went a bit too soon. So, you know, keep it in mind. Don't rush this part, because this can be an absolute son of a bitch. Again, just keep watching the video, do exactly as I do, and you will pass it. And you will get an achievement for doing so at the end. Because there is actually only 2 parts full of logs that you have to worry about, and then after you pass this second set of logs here, then you can just walk on without no worries. So after you do that bit, then you will come to this point. I've turned my light on just so you can see me a little bit, but again, if you go all the way to the left, you will find another artifact. There we are. Ta-ra, mucker. Have a good day, you little bitch. But we are coming up to yet another artifact puzzle of sorts. So you see these 3 obvious bits of wood sticking out of the ground with eyes for light. So if you turn your mask on, it will give you a sort of pattern. So it will go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So just copy what I do. So you turn your mask on at the appropriate bit of woodness. So you go 1, 2, 3. Always remember to turn your mask off in between, because it won't count if you keep your mask on throughout the entirety of it. But copying the pattern, then, it's easy enough. There's nothing too difficult about it, but it will give you yet another artifact. And an achievement to go with it. Happy days. So an eagle will fly out here, so if you just hide behind this rock so you don't get smashed up. And we'll be doing yet another combination of buttons in return for a cheeky artifact. Now this one can be a little bit tricky, so if you turn your mask and your light off again, go to the rightmost artifact, and if you stand underneath it and do the following: right, B, right, A, B, right, left, B, A. And that should, again, you might have to do it a couple of times, but that should be the combination that helps you and to get you yet another artifact. Okay, now as you can just see by the right side and the left side of me, there are a couple of bunnies, about 6 or 7 in total in this area. So what you'll have to do is, basically, there will be an eagle, I believe, or some kind of predatory bird anyway, that appears there. So what you have to do is, basically, turn your mask on when you're at the left side of them. Don't do what I did and start chasing them the other way. Go to the left of them, turn your mask on so the bunnies turn white, and that will make them run the other way. And then the bird will eat the bunnies, thus giving you another artifact and getting the hell out of the way. Now, I've got to be honest, I do love this next bit. There's nothing to do, but the music and the actual background of this scene in particular is pretty goddamn beautiful, I'll admit. I did love this part of the game. And just keep walking to the left, to the right even. I'll try that again. And you will get a progress story related achievement at the end of it. So enjoy.
Oznikır savaş mı?
Right, so scene starts, move directly to the left to find another artifact. And this little annoying thing coming up right here, basically what he does is attach itself to you and it reverses your controls. So when he runs away, your controls go back to normal, but as he attaches you, you'll have to, if you go into the left, you'll have to go to the right to go to the left, and well, you basically know what reversed means. So just keep going all the way as far as you can with this. one of these spear guys here will kill it. Nice and easy. So once that's done, don't go any further. Go to about the middle of these guys for another button mashing artifact. And if you input left, 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 right, 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 that will be another one falling from the sky. So we've got another easy achievement coming up here. If you walk right into the cellar, you will see this big old witch. What you have to do is keep your mask and your light on and she will start to follow you. Now sometimes she sort of, it takes a while for her to realise what the hell's going on, because she's looking at you, dead on you in the eyes. So don't be scared. But anyway, eventually she will start following you. If she does get too close, she can kill you, so turn your mask and light off if she does get too close. But it shouldn't really be too much of a problem. Take her over to the spear guys who will kill her and you will get another achievement. So as we are coming up to this bit now, there are 7 sort of wooden poles again, which you have to interact with. But if you just nip to the right first, you will see another artifact. And this bit you actually have to sort of memorize these wooden poles in order as you turn your mask on by them, or press B by them. But of course, if you just follow the video instead, you will get it first time. So now we're coming up to everyone's another favourite section, a flying bit. Yes, everybody loves a flying bit. So basically, don't go straight into the red clouds because you will die. This bit took me quite a few tries, but just manoeuvre yourself nice and slowly, no need to rush through it, and you'll find another artifact here. And you can either just kill yourself and start again, or you can try and manoeuvre. I found it easier to apparently kill myself. Which I'll just show you there, sort of where I started from and where you, if you manoeuvre yourself out of the clouds, that is where you will start from. So if you go all the way back down to these clouds, of course won't harm you because there's no red bits on them. You'll find yet another artifact, and then fly straight up for another, yep, artifact. Okay then, and once that is done, if you just fly directly to the right you will see a huge gigantic man with an artifact just underneath his hand as he raises it up here, so make sure to collect that. And once you quickly skip through the dialogue, another massive artifact will appear right above you, so be sure to collect that before you go on. Now this next bit can be kind of tricky because it's a sort of on rails section. And there are artifacts in this section, and what you'll have to do is basically you'll be flying sort of to the right, up and down as you avoid the red clouds as the boss guy from behind chases you. So if you follow my path and do exactly as I do in this video, you will get all the artifacts without having to replay this bit later on. Again, it's not too difficult, but just be sure to follow exactly as I do. Okay, so the artifact is in Cloud 3, so as soon as you see it, grab it and go straight back up. Don't wait around. And I know it's tempting to grab that straight away, but wait until the cloud passes by. Go to the left and then quickly dive back to the right and go straight up in the air to avoid the next cloud. Again, the timing's not too bad. You get a bit of leeway on this point, and that should be that then. And you will unlock another story-related progress achievement right about here if you go up into the clouds.
Budzon la jen sheti zbyt dar. Jen sheti klakolis medojmunna.
Okay, so now we are on to the last part of the game. It hasn't been too bad, as it's been a nice, fun, thrilling ride so far. And there's only sort of one puzzle left to do before the end. Okay, so here then is the last artifact of the game that will get you the Archaeologist achievement. And now for this puzzle, this isn't too bad one. Basically there are obviously 3 poles you see. You need to rearrange it to make a normal god-human hybrid face type of thing. And like I said, they all move at differing speeds, so the easiest way I found it was to go to the right pole, and if you align the eyes and then align the mouth as well, that will sort of set you on your way. But of course what you have to do is, when you align everything up, move off the pole, because if you stay on the pole, it'll just keep spinning. So if you align what you can, move off, and then that'll stop. And then go to the left one to end the game. Just remember to move off the pole when you've aligned everything. And at this point, all you have to do then is just walk to the right, and that will completely end the game and get you your 1000 out of 1000 or platinum trophy. So I hope this video has helped you guys. I know there's a lot of videos out there, some brilliant guides out there, but I do really appreciate you taking the time out to watch this video, and once again I do hope it has helped you. Again, if it has, make sure to comment, like and subscribe, and there will be a lot more videos like this and much more to come in the future. So once again, thanks for watching guys, you've been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.
Сия кужис оше сурдину, бобытну.
Jojo, guess George, come